It's Nolan. Ooh, yeah.
But I done came up out the bottom.
Ooh, yeah.
Got fresh like I just hit the lotto.
Yeah.
They say money can't fix all your problems.
Ooh, yeah.
But I say throw it in my wallet.
Yeah.
But I done came up out the bottom.
Yeah.
Got fresh like I just hit the lotto.
Yeah.
They say money can't fix all your problems.
Ooh, yeah.
But I say throw it in my wallet.
Yeah.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. That snippet that y'all heard at the top of the show that is called Lotto. For those of y'all that have been here for a while, y'all already know that record. Y'all know it very well. We've had a lot of fun with that. And of course, y'all know whenever we play Lotto on this channel, is to go ahead and give gratitude and thanks and much love and respects to our people over here that have supported the channel. All right, so we're going to just go through this pretty quickly and then we're going to get to the show. I want to give a big shout out to Miss Sarah B, to Miss Rhonda. Shout out to Coral Reef. Shout out to Essence. All right. Who else we got? We got Candace. We got Tisden 2022. We've got SJD, Cell TV, Crystal, Flat Out Fudge. Who else do we have that I want to give a big shout out to? Sharice. All right, so those of y'all that I just named in this intro, we're giving love and respect to y'all for your contributions to the channel, to the show, in various forms. I greatly appreciate y'all, and I don't want y'all to feel overlooked. I used to do a much better job of giving y'all your thanks on the show. Of course, I always do it in the comments, but verbally is always still like the go-to. All right, so much love and respect to y'all. Now, getting into today's show, as y'all see in the thumbnail, the headline, and everything, Kendrick Lamar is still the hottest topic in all of hip-hop and rap music today. And it's funny how one interview can fuck up the game. Man, y'all remember Hood Politics off to Pimp a Butterfly? And it's funny how one verse can fuck up the game. Shout out to Jay-Z, because that was his line first and Kendrick repurposed it, all right? But man, this Harper's Bazaar interview that Kendrick Lamar did where he talked about Not Like Us really has people in a tizzy. It really has them up in arms, and their lingerie has certainly gotten in a bunch. It's crazy. I don't know why him describing Not Like Us in the way that he did has struck a chord in so many different people. Nah, I really didn't mean to say struck a chord going to Not Like Us, but for whatever reason it has. We have DJ Academics going on long diatribes out here. We've got Adam 22 poking his head out trying to get a taste of the action. You know, the Joe Budden podcast, who we won't be covering, spoke about it. And you know, it seems that a lot of people are criticizing this interview to say that it was safe, right? They don't like the fact that Kendrick spoke to SZA, who of course is a friend, collaborator, and former label mate over at TDE. So they're having a conversation and they feel like she's not able to ask him the hard questions. She was not able to press the issue on the things that the people want to know and kind of get into the meat and potatoes of this Drake beef. Honestly, that's what people want to hear. They want to hear Kendrick Lamar come out and explicitly speak on the beef. Because you know, that's everybody's topic of conversation, right? There was a certain point a few weeks ago where I thought that the conversation on the beef was dying down. It seemed like people were losing interest. I ain't gonna lie, J. Cole definitely contributed to that when he put out his Point Antonio, where he spoke on his perspective of everything. It definitely revitalized the conversation where it was becoming a little bit stale. So for people that feel a certain type of way about J. Cole for that in particular, I get it. But as it pertains to his narrative in the song, I still stand behind that. But it definitely helped carry this conversation going all the way forward to damn near November. All right. So that's what people want. Right. And even Punch from TDE came out and, you know, just a couple weeks ago, he came out and talked about hip hop journalism. He talked about people not being able to, you know, properly understand hip hop lyrics and people coming up with these crazy explanations as to what this stuff really means. However, now we got Punch coming out saying hip hop journalism is in a weird space. People don't want to talk to the traditional journalists, which is why we're getting interviews such as a Kendrick Lamar and a SZA for a publication like Harper's Bazaar. And, people don't want to talk to people that are just based on, salacious topics or things of that nature. I guess that's what he's getting at. I'm going to actually pull up his quotes in just a second. So first he comes out the gate and he says, is it okay to criticize the critics? And you see he's got it in quotations, right? Then he comes back and says, because ultimately we're just talking about opinions, right? Comes back, well, in my opinion, LOL, I'm a critic, is we're losing perspective on things. Something great or not so great happens, then we talk about it, and that's fine, all right? So that's him prefacing where he's trying to go. He's just setting the stage, right? He then comes back and says, again, this is just my opinion today. It might change later. So wait for something great to happen, sleep on it, study it, and find something insightful to say about it. I think that's what he's trying to encourage people to do in hip hop, right? Is instead of doing knee-jerk reactions and jumping to be first or whatever the case may be, which is tough to do in the content space because everybody's in a rush for first. And when I say content, I'm also talking about not only media, YouTube and streaming, but also in terms of publications, because even Complex, even Billboard, all of them are in kind of a race to get to things first. They try to, vet their stuff a little bit harder than maybe, just regular people, but it's the same battle within that field. So then he comes back and says, I respect hip hop journalism and feel it's needed in its truest form. It helps keep the culture alive, but it's only a few real ones left. Most of you guys are trash. Just my opinion. That's why artists don't want to talk to you. Now, I do not think he's talking about Elliott Wilson, although Elliott is somebody who has been under scrutiny for his perspective and his antics and how he feels like certain artists should be coming and sitting down and talking to him rather than perhaps going to alternative media outlets or going to lesser experienced platforms and podcasts, or foregoing the conversation totally, right? Because there's been plenty of artists that have come and they have album cycles and they drop them and they just put the videos out, they put the music out, they announce the tour, but then they don't sit down and talk to nobody. We don't know what their perspective is outside of their music in any format. And all of those things have been under scrutiny in recent times, right? Especially when it comes to the journalists that have been out here making a living at different platforms. And there's some people out there that, do a really good job. I like Jinx. I like Rob Markman. Who else? I like Nadeska, although I really don't care for the platform and her partners over there at Apple and whatnot. I think she's done a really good job in hip hop throughout the duration of her career, starting from MTV on up. Speedy Mormon does a really good job. You know what I'm saying? He's more lighthearted with his interviews, but he does a really good job in form of, the regular journalists that have come to the media side. Now, outside of that, it's kind of a free for all. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's where Punch is basically deriving his sentiments from. Now, again, the new age, new media folks, such as like the Axe, the Adam 22s, they're really in their feelings, right? I don't understand why, because it's not like Kendrick Lamar was going to sit down and talk to them anyway. But we're going to go over what they have to say and just kind of see if there's any form of anything that I would agree with from their sentiments. Okay, give me a moment. We're gonna pull this shit up.
Let me tell you this. I've seen everybody online say it, but I keep telling y'all I've been gaining more and more respect for Kendrick. You know why? He's a cold motherfucker. He's a guy who knows how to rock the culture to sleep. And I've compared him to Jay-Z. Jay-Z did that to us multiple times, played in our face. A guy who claims he stands on morals and principles, but every time we see his actions, it seems like it's not the truth. A guy who says he's only for the culture, but as soon as he gets an opportunity to go get on a platform that's non-cultural, he runs to it. I love it. I love it. Because I like when niggas like Kendrick rock you bitch ass niggas to sleep and with this culture shit, and then shits on you every single time. Oh, so about the culture, you were rocking with Colin Kaepernick, but now you don't give a fuck because Super Bowl's time is here. I bet. Say less. Oh, listen, we got to watch a culture die. What about these radio personalities and media niggas? And when you could give a nod to a nigga you think, you ran to do your first interview at Harper Bazaar? Real nigga. I like that. I like when an artist plays in the face of these niggas. Yeah, he's playing with y'all. The nigga rap that Drake was a colonizer. Nigga, at least Drake trying to tap in with me, Kai, and like some little streamer niggas. The first interview this nigga did, we don't even know what a Harper Bazaar is.
All right, man. Let me pause for the cause. You say at least Drake taps in with you, Kai Cenat, and other niggas. Let me try to brush up on my intel. Drake did a Kai Cenat interview? I don't remember that one. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to see where a Drake Kai Cenat interview took place. I know he may tune in. I know we've got new Drake music on a Kai Cenat stream, but I haven't seen an interview. We know that you came with the music for Drake in the battle live on stream. We know that you, and I'm gonna be honest. We know that you say you text Drake back and forth, right? We don't actually know if Drake is really texting you everything that you say he's texting you, but we'll we'll go off of the willing suspension of disbelief to say the Drake texts that you spread to people on your stream are really from him. But he ain't interviewed you. You came out your own mouth and said you've never actually had a real conversation man to man with Drake outside. And I'm guessing these ain't really texts. These are fucking Instagram DMs. I don't know if Drake even got your number. And that's not to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being an asshole because none of these people know who the fuck I am. But on the same token, it's like, bruh, niggas ain't really tapping in with you as strong as you think. Like, you still ain't met Drake. You still ain't had a conversation with Drake. You got tickets to go see Party Next Door behind stage. Not Drake. So there's that. But then when you want to say, or at least he taps in with the streamer niggas, do we not know who Back on Fig is? All them niggas on Back on Fig, they stream. You got MacWap TV with his shit now. These are all Kendrick Lamar's friends. Even the niggas on Community. That's 3 big West Coast streaming platforms. Oh, you mad because he's fucking with and tapping in with the West Coast niggas rather than coming to the East Coast. But that's what he's supposed to do. That's where he's from. Drake ain't from the East Coast, technically. He's from Canada. But proximity-wise, he's closer to a East Coast nigga than the West. So it all makes sense. Right? Niggas in New York and Jersey be playing Drake like he from there. So it all balances itself out at the end of the day. None of these niggas are doing interviews. None of these niggas are pulling up nowhere to come do a tell-all. Let me share my life story with y'all and document it on video. They not pulling up to the radio stations no more. They not doing that shit. It's long gone, right? It's probably been like 9 years, if not longer, since Kendrick pulled up to a radio station to do an interview. Probably the same amount of time for Drake. Cole, maybe a little bit more recently. I think around KOD, he pulled up to like Angie Martinez. So Cole kind of extended his shelf life in the interview game a little longer. And he pulled up and did LA Leakers a little bit more recently as well to do a freestyle. Everybody else, them niggas, they not doing that shit, bruh. It's not happening. And if they did do it, it would be something out of the ordinary. Drake pulled up and did fucking Bobby Altoff. And you see what that reaction was. So get over it, man. The contents of the interview, did you fuck with it or did you not? Clearly you probably didn't because you're over here criticizing it. Let's get to the bullshit. All right.
Elliot Wilson over there like, what the fuck? What is this? Who is this? Nope, not you. DJ Hattie, like he just came up, face looking like a glazed donut.
I got to jump back in. Why are you disrespecting DJ Head? DJ Head is, again, on Kendrick's team. He's Kendrick's DJ, as far as I can understand. He had a DJ set during the pop out. He ain't no nigga just sitting online talking shit. And y'all could put me in that category too, niggas online talking shit. I'll take that. It's cool. It's fine. But he ain't that. We're not going to put DJ Head in the same category. Right? DJ Head is an established DJ. Doing content ain't even his primary gig, although he does it well. So what don't you get about that? How is DJ Head coming up like a glazed donut when he literally gets money with Kendrick? Been DJing with Kendrick since before niggas even was trying to hear Kendrick like that. He was already a part of the situation. What part of the game are you missing? It don't make sense. And then the thing about it is, Ack ain't no dummy. Ack, as much as he says dumb shit, he's more educated on the subjects that he talks about than what he says. And there's moments where he's revealed that. But this is all just biased bull. DJ Head come up with like a glazed donut. Excuse me? Boy, you tripping.
Are we ready for the interview? No, nigga, get out of here. Fuck out of here. It's not time for no goddamn interview with you, bum. Get out of here. What? What? Got a throat full of semen. Nope, not your turn. Oh, my God. Who gets the first look? Kendrick. Kudos. Fucking great. I like it. I like it. I told y'all this before. Y'all didn't want to believe me. I said Kendrick used the culture, gained the Infinity Stones, and he's still talking that Mr. Morale shit. Oh, I want to change the industry. I want to watch the party die. And I'm telling you, he got the Infinity Stone. All it takes is a snap to change right now, right this moment. He is so, I'm telling you, he got more power than Drake right now in terms of affecting culture. If he wanted to speak out against drill music, he could. Not saying I don't think he could eradicate, but he would have people look at it a certain way. By the way, he was never this powerful when he spoke out for X. And by the way, I thank him for that. Kendrick, I fuck with you for that. Just say on Freud, his family, XXXTentacion, his whole fan base appreciated the fact that you stood up to the DSPs for him. But when a guy is living on this whole watch the party die, he want to do A, B, C, and D, because there's people poisoning the community, serving up propaganda. The colonizers are That's what he's saying. He has the single most important opportunity to snap his finger like Thanos and cause an entire ripple effect. You want to restore media to where it's not by propaganda? How about you go holla at A, B, C, D, E, F, G journalists within that black community who used to do that traditional media that maybe you appreciated back then. You could do that. But again, that's why I like Kendrick. You don't. I like it. Fuck it. I like it.
But you just talking to the point. We're going to get you the fuck up off the screen, man. What the hell Adam 22 talking about? Which I'm quite sure going to be even worse. You know, I typically don't even show no jumper shit, but we're going to get to it today. All right? Hold
on. Kendrick Lamar going and doing an interview with Harper's Bazaar, you know?
Yes.
Supporting black media outlets, hip-hop media outlets. You go do an interview with Harper's Bazaar and supporting real journalism. You let your label mate basically interview you.
Former label.
Kind of bizarre, man. It was a very, very pretentious affair, that was.
Oh, my God. I feel like reading that article, I was left with the feeling this may all backfire on Kendrick at some point because he has built himself up now to be such an elitist character in the space. And I just don't, I think at a certain point, people are going to realize like, oh, like we really trusted this guy and that it's just not really panning out, because to me, that interview had so.
Where the fuck is the trust supposed to be dissipating from people? Y'all niggas are literally just powwowing and talking shit literally out the side of your motherfucking neck to continue cashing. This is exactly what Kendrick was talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what Cole was talking about. Because if you listen to their last two releases, they're basically saying the same thing, which is why I also found it so funny that people wanted to jump on Cole for the bot talk and the algorithm talk and the niggas cashing in, because Cole and Kendrick were literally talking about the same niggas. Watch the Party Die, and the second verse on Port Antonio was talking about the same niggas. But whatever. This is what they talking about. This is the stuff that they're responding to, is motherfuckers who go on these platforms and just be saying shit based on their own drugged out, convoluted, drunken thoughts. And then they have hundreds of thousands of people that tune into them at any given moment and may turn around and spew that same narrative, that same information, that same perspective out to other people within the community. So I know a lot of folks probably feel like, oh, these guys are not significant like that. But when you look at the numbers, when you look at the followings that these people have, you look at the people that continually tune into these types of folks and the impact that they've made without necessarily having to pander to like mainstream media. Yeah, they're kind of the ones that are troublesome in this space. The Vlads, you know what I'm saying? We don't acknowledge Vlad like that, but when you go look at Vlad's content, you go look at Vlad's channel, I don't believe that the numbers are necessarily lying. There are channels out there that are greatly inflated, but based on the thirst for that type of content, niggas is really clicking on that shit, tuning in, commenting, feeling validated by people like this when they hear him speak. That's who I think Punch is talking about in some sort of way. Not everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Punch was still talking about people that work in the editorial business that get paid to write stories as well. But I think he's also talking about these types of people too. I think everybody that has a sensible mind understands propaganda is not just propagated by print or XXL or whatever. It's also through these people who have massive followings that are listening to the bullshit they say. They're not studying nothing. They're not really looking into what they're talking about. Adam 22, I mean, it seemed like at one point he had an emotional connection to hip hop. It's shown that he really doesn't. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing the things that he does overall with his platform, right? But I believe all of y'all that are trying to criticize Kendrick, and I'm not the guy that's like going up super crazy for Kendrick. I don't think he needs like defense. I don't think he needs a whole line of motherfuckers just ready to form Voltron against the world on his behalf. He's shown that he's strong enough to uphold his own shit. But it's just crazy to me that over the past few days, this is the type of content and the type of vitriol that's coming out. And y'all acting like y'all really fans of this nigga, like y'all so disappointed. It's craziness, right? Just craziness. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't think I ever will. All right, but let me let this clown continue.
Little substance to it. So many words and so little actual like deep provoking, thought-provoking sentiments expressed in it. And I feel like that's largely the sentiment that I've been seeing from other people as well, is that very few people seem impressed by this. And my question too is, Elliot's all on Nicki Minaj for going and doing content with Kai Cenat, right? I mean, what is this? This is the same shit. It's a softball interview.
This is super
when you
softball.
could have supported a real hip hop media outlet and sat down with somebody who really does this. It was the ultimate situation where he's like shielding himself from any kind of tough questions or any, like, you can't imagine him going on the Breakfast Club
For sure.
No
because
way.
even
So did you make that
Charlemagne
shit up?
would
And you
shit down his throat if he wanted to give those kind of bullshit ass answers.
You made all that shit up about Drake, right? You was capping, right? That's
Exactly. That's all we needed to hear. And instead, he sits across from SZA, who lets him get away with like, the song was about how I, as a man, am just in such a great space as a man or whatever. It's like, you call him a pedophile, and it seems like it's all a lie. Tell
Can't do it no more. Number one, I don't see how Adam 22 missed it, but clearly he doesn't read very often. The question and the way it was answered had nothing to do with Not Like Us, the song. It was Not Like Us, the ideology, right? Those are two different things, which is why Not Like Us has been adopted across so many different mediums. This is why sports teams have adopted the Not Like Us slogan. This is why fucking goddamn fast food restaurants is out here not like us, and goddamn Little League is not like us, and you know what I mean? Like, it's a universal concept that everybody can relate to. You know what I mean? You go to the goddamn family reunion, everybody got the goddamn Johnson t-shirt on, and anybody that come up in this bit, hey, it's only a couple families coming up in the bit. We got the Johnsons, we got the motherfucking the Smiths, and the goddamn and the Jordans coming through this motherfucker. Let a Pippin pull up, nigga. You not like us. I don't see how it's so much of a fleeting concept that's missing niggas. He ain't talking about the song. He ain't quote not one lyric from that song in that interview, which is clearly what y'all wanted and expected and was hoping for. He says Not Like Us is a representation of the man I am and those that stand with it. Yeah, it ain't the answer you wanted. It's the answer you received. And that's what the answer that nigga's clearly standing on. Because he could have not did the interview at all. Everything would have been peachy keen. The nigga ain't been under no pressure from nobody that's made him cave in and speak. But that's what he did. Y'all mad because y'all know he ain't never going to pull up on y'all platforms. And y'all would have loved it because it's going to get you the clicks and the views and the interest and all of the engagement. And nah, that nigga ain't finna do that shit. And he ain't finna name y'all niggas no more. You know. Be happy he name dropped your ass on 616, bruh. You might want to be a little bit more gracious out there, bit, boy. But moving on with the show, because we ain't got to stick to this too long. It still baffles me how people are so angry about a fucking print interview in Harper's Bazaar. Like, what did y'all expect? Hold on. What did y'all expect in Harper's Bazaar? Y'all expected this nigga to talk greasy and fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas over there, yeah, them predators moving flocks, and I got this evidence. I got this evidence. I got this evidence. Yo, SZA, I don't give a fuck if you know that nigga. Let me put you on the spot. You still rolling with him today? You want to do another song with that nigga over there? Y'all thought he was going to be who banging on goddamn SZA? Come on, man. Harper's Bazaar though. Y'all are the bizarre ones. But moving on with the show. Now we've got 50 Cent coming out and revealing the encouragement that he gave Drake. As if Drake needed words from 50 Cent in order to prevail to move on to the next phase of his career. Here's what 50 Cent told Billboard. He says, I was telling him as in Drake, it's not him. I'm listening on the outskirts. It's not you. Don't let yourself think that for a second. On some real shit. I said, they said you lost. Okay. Well, what did you lose? What exactly did he lose? If he got 300 million something on his last tour, you didn't lose a motherfucking thing, man. If that's the moment, you keep your creative energy in the right place and keep creating. If you slow down because you feel, quote unquote, what the fuck, the resistance will make you feel like your material isn't good. Then you got to figure out how to keep pushing, how to keep creating, because that's what it feels like to you at the moment. He concludes, that shit was good for hip hop. It made both of them create quality material faster. Now that part I do agree with, and this is why I say it was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, hip hop beef in history, because of the clip that it made them accelerate to, and it was like a damn near tennis match. And I do believe, had things played out a little bit differently content wise, we might have got a few more records, but Drake did not want to keep standing in that fire. So he comes and basically pats him on the back and say, it's not you, man. Like, don't think it's anything wrong with you. Keep dropping music. Him dropping music after the battle has not proven to be the correct move. I'm actually glad that he's given us somewhat of a break from dropping music other than that Spanish collaboration that he just dropped. Really and truly, I think he should have taken a nice break, recalibrated, got with some new producers, some new songwriters. You know what I'm saying? And this is just being like as balanced as I can possibly be. Like, don't go if you're in Drake's camp and you go back and you look at the last major beef in hip hop that really like isolated a nigga to the point to where they couldn't really move no more. That's 50 Cent and Ja Rule. Don't be Ja Rule, right? Ja Rule kept trying to release music and tried to keep dissing and tried to keep, trying to show some form of aggression and muscle man his way out of it. Niggas started looking at him like he was the fucking green angry midget. I can't say giant. So it was like, yo, you done got way outside your body, nigga. Like we listen to you for the radio bops and the R&B collabs, and you normally give us the tough shit on the album. We endure, we listen through it. But he just wanted to be fucking raw every chance he could get at that point, just to show, nigga, you're not gonna outman me. And the shit backfired. So then you get Drake, and he starts putting out the No Face and the circadian rhythm and all of this type of stuff. And he's putting out fucking Sabrina Carpenter fucking features, and it's just like throwing shit at the wall. Not the same exact thing to Ja Rule, but you still was basically trying to say, y'all not finna stop my motion. We still moving. When you should have taken a moment to insulate and recalibrate with your team to say, all right, what's the next vibe? What's the next sound that's really going to be beneficial to the business of Drake? How can I pivot from this energy to create something that people are going to love? You should have been trying to figure out how to get to your next like global hit, your next In My Feelings or something, a God's Plan. Like, you didn't give the people a universal message that they could attach themselves to. You actually went and became more of the nigga that niggas said you was. So this advice from 50, I don't think is very good. And 50, normally in business, typically has the answers for people. He should have told that man, sit down for 6-7 months, create some of the best music in your life if you still can. And 2025, you start hitting niggas with undeniable records that the radio is gonna have to play. He didn't even have radio campaigns for none of the music he dropped this year. He just started dropping random shit on random ass days on Instagram. Like, oh shit, boy, I got hard drives full of this shit, boy. Which hard drive you want me to empty out, baby? I got it. Nah, fam. But shit, let me not help the nigga. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna be mad at me for even giving sound words. Why are you trying to help him? Don't give him no fucking fishing rod, nigga. Bro, that nigga ain't finna listen to me no goddamn way. All right. So that's today's show. Kendrick Lamar is still the hottest topic in hip hop, undisputed champ. We got to say that much. You know what I'm saying? He the nigga that you definitely don't want to go against. You don't even want to remotely stand next to a motherfucker who could possibly be at odds with this nigga. I've seen the after effects of that. And we're not talking the editing suite. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. Big shout out to the insiders. I greatly appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I greatly appreciate y'all, continuing to subscribe, continuing to comment and talk. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, all right? Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming, I swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.